They're just all staring at each other.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin?
Okay. How we ended up on Mira, Blade, or registration? Let's find out this one.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations.
What?
Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us.
Why Elma?
Perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might...
Those were some big statements.
We needed a plan to preserve all...
We're just gonna pretend they didn't say it and move on.
That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion.
Well, they even chased us down.
Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Okay. Tell me about Blade.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth.
Okay.
Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Lifehold?
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold.
Oh, okay.
This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Well, there's only one thing left. Let's register.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Alright. You got a tour of the Blade Administrative District with Lynn and Elma. Rewards are 20 armor things and 5,000 monies. Objectives: leave the Blade Barracks. Got it. Four out of 5 for Chapter 1. First chapter is very short, apparently. As you explore the administrative district, think about what sort of life you'd like to lead here on New LA. Take all the time you need. I'll be right here whenever you're ready. Okay. Change time there. Okay. You think they're going to put it on the Switch? I don't know if they will.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that Skell. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
She's catcalling the freaking Blade. Gear. Ask what a skill is, or geek out.
What? You don't remember what a Skell is? That gorgeous exoskeleton that just went by? Basically like the most incredible, awesomest super weapons ever? Lasers, force fields, bipedal and vehicular transformations. Sorry, I get so excited whenever I think about it.
You think they're the best weapons, and you have Monado hair clips.
Originally, scales were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
What's wrong?
Alright.
So this is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments.
I was expecting all the
Everyone comes here
front-loaded
and
tutorials
the missions
and
available on the board.
story.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the Scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey.
Right. This is multiplayer?
The Blade Scout console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, You'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell blade without team. Sort of. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you're ready to join up?
Can't spell blade without team, as long as you ignore the T and the M.
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Armory Alley.
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell?
I can imagine it.
Huh? Oh, right, the tour. I think all that's left is the heart of...
Find your dream skell and then customize it. Adds up on the top there. Okay.
Hey! Am I right?
Really?
Listen.
Okay. Let's do this.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here.
Commander Vandam.
The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Right? Right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Story mission complete. Get to these first couple chapters so we can get into the meat of the game. Oh, is it only 12? Oh, the chapter 1 is super short then.
Yes.
Level 2 mechanical.
Am I right?
Hey!
Where does it go?
Sir!
Even the residents of New LA who are not members of the Blade are actively supporting the city in some capacity. After all, we all share the burden of being one of humanity's last survivors. I, for example, have the role of keeping Blades in tip-top condition. I'm willing to sacrifice anything to help Blade succeed. I would heal those who are building our legacy even at the cost of my own life. What of you? Are you prepared to do your duty as one of humanity's last survivors?
How's it going? Oh, wonderful.
The weather on Mira changes abruptly and often. They say it's fickle as a young lover's heart. Oftentimes you'll head out on a bright, clear morning and end up soaked from thunderstorms by noon. Veteran Blades tend to carry a wide variety of equipment in order to respond to changing weather. For example, electrified weaponry is especially effective during thunderstorms. Interesting.
What is it?
You don't really get to the meat until chapter 5 to 6? Okay. Can't believe the fellow alums of an elite university chose to become a Blade of all things. And this was a man of so accomplished that he stood out even among the top students at the university. He could have been a politician or CEO, but instead he chooses to put his precious life at risk with one dangerous mission after another. Can't even begin to comprehend what he's thinking. There I was supposed to go. Oh, here's this way. I see it now. No fall damage, huh?
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for Blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for Blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is
There's
voluntary,
like
remember?
a black border
Of course.
around the whole
I would
screen.
never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
I refuse! Game over. Next game. Also interesting, this ship that we escaped on was supposedly the United States ship, but they show their temperature in Celsius. What's up with that?
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, he can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Yay, cool kids. Are we back to having 4 party members too, it looked like from the party selection screen.
Now then,
That's been a while.
let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
We haven't had 4 party members
Guess we
since
should back up.
Xenoblade Chronicles 1,
In New
have we?
LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. a network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Okay.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal
It's like an island.
blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern within the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So
Very
for this
handy.
first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment.
Okay.
Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the East Gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Wilma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
Install the hell out of that probe. Sounds painful. Alright. Mining probe, research probe. Okay. Chapter 2. Wow. 1 out of 4, huh?
Hmm.
Oh, we have a map now. Like a whole thing going on down there now. Still have a blade. Alright, look at that.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the West Gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business.
Convenient.
One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
Boast or speculate? Suggest it was us, or say it was Erna. Yeah, we weren't out the East Gate. We were out the West Gate, right? So let's say it's the other two.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Irina's team is one of our best.
How does he know Irina and Gwyn?
We ran into them just before we met up with you. They were on their way out to an assignment.
Well, then that settles it. It must have been them, right? Man, forget this amateur hour probe baloney. Those guys are where the action's at.
I'll try not to take that personally. But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
Oogie. The segment map. This is Eleonora. Blade support lead. Here to tell you that the segment map is now available. The map displayed on your handheld comm device. Yeah. I do see that.
Yes? Hey. Hey.
Alright.
Now then. Hard work always pays
Level
off.
up. Hello, Thomas.
Yes?
Why are you used to battling indigents by fighting some Ovies? This place is lousy with them after all. Unlike Grexes and other more ferocious indigents, Ovies won't even attack unless you hit them first. That makes them useful for training demos. Don't mistakenly pick a fight with any of the dangerous creatures near the lake to the north. Numerous skilled interceptors have fallen to the indigents in that place. As noble a goal as protecting the city is, it's not worth risking your life. If you catch the eye of one of those indigents, turn and run away. Alright. Apparently this game has a bajillion achievements, because we're getting achievements for any little thing we do.
Attack from range. Follow me. Assault
I've
hammer.
got you covered, fire. Melee attack. Side slash.
Now let's go find an opponent that's worth our time.
Alright.
Let's keep it up.
Buddy.
You'll remember the day you fought
We
me.
should weaken them just
Let's
to be
see what
safe.
we've got.
Fire carnival.
Shadow strike.
Assault hammer.
Head is destroyed. Move in and strike.
Flame grenade.
Early bird.
What?
Doesn't show the map during the combat.
Fly nice.
Now let's go
Move in and
find
do
an
some
opponent
damage.
that's worth our time.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
That's a tree.
You'll remember the day you
Punch
fought
first.
me.
Ask questions
Let's
later.
see what
Who's
you've
the
got.
one in Ovi skies?
Now, my turn.
Fire. We'll catch him off guard.
I've got you covered, fire.
Fly nice. Move in and do some damage.
There's a freaking minigun over there. Sorry guys, we were up like super late last night finishing Xenosaga. Like, I didn't get to bed till like 4 a.m. and I work at 8 a.m. It was like 4:30 even. I'm gonna pass out here if I don't sleep. So here's what we're gonna do. We got 3 hours in, we beat the first chapter and the prologue. We got our first mission to eventually start becoming a blade, and we're gonna do that tomorrow. We'll be back to our regular schedule tomorrow, but I'm gonna cut it a little short today. So I can catch back up on my sleep. I am really enjoying this game so far. I think that we are definitely going to be doing the whole 100% thing. And this map, look at this map. Dude, let me checking this out. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll get those data packs or whatever downloaded too before tomorrow, so hopefully we'll have a little bit faster loading times. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. To all the new guys, thanks for stopping by. Come by, we're going to be playing Xenosaga in here. Not Xenosaga, Xenoblade Chronicles X in here every single day for probably the next month or so. So, except for Sunday. Sunday we play other games. And we're going to mix the schedule up a little bit in October, but we'll talk about that when we get closer to October, like next week. Alright, bye guys. See ya.